Hello, AD. I'm Douglas Friedman, and welcome to my home. Come on in, I'll give you a tour. This is the most incredible room in the house, and I think one of the most incredible rooms that Steven Gambrel has ever designed. This is the sunroom, it's the kitchen, it's the heart of the home. The original structure that was here was the same footprint, it was a little lower. It was also a sunroom, but it felt cramped and dark. So we redesigned it and rebuilt it stronger and bigger and brighter. It's wrapped in Marvin windows, and as you can see, it gets the most incredible light. And then Steven convinced me to do a dark kitchen, a dark gray paneled kitchen, and we worked closely with a lovely gentleman named Mamuka at TBS Kitchens in Santa Ana, California. All of the lighting in the house came from Urban Electric, like these incredible sconces and these hanging pendants. These, however, are antiques, and Steven found them in London. When we were laying out the kitchen, I thought it'd be really great to have a banquette. And then I thought it'd be really great to have a banquette that wrapped around the entire back of the kitchen, almost creating a restaurant or cafe-like atmosphere. This is my favorite spot in the house. This is where you will always, actually my favorite spot in the house, it's the captain's seat, is right here. I can sit and I could like look out over the yard. I can see my friends, I can see the dogs, I can watch everything happen. I can even look at these eggs that my friend Martha Stewart sent over this morning. So about 3 years ago when I bought this house, my best friend, Steven Gambrel, came by to see what I had done, what I had purchased. And he walked in and he goes, "Oh my God, Dee, this is incredible. I really want to do this house." Like, this is a Steven Gambrel home. When you look at it, you know it's Steven's work.
And I thought, being a friend and somebody who's known me for 30 years, that he would just be like, yeah, no problem. Do it your way. It's great. I completely trust you.
Which I did,
Instead,
honestly.
He ended up being the most challenging client.
I don't think I was.
Which goes to show that every client should be as opinionated, and it makes the project better.
This is the mudroom of the house, which is the de facto main entrance to the house. Originally, this was a forgotten back bedroom, so we decided to cut a doorway in, add a staircase to the basement, and then this turned into the mudroom. I worked with Tony Minetti at Ancient Surfaces, who sourced these incredible stone floors. They were reclaimed from somewhere in Italy and shipped over in these very heavy crates. This is the snug room. It's the room where you watch television. I don't watch a lot of television, but I'm gonna try to start watching a lot of television in here. It's a really comfortable custom sofa that Steven designed, a great chair for my friends at Osclo in Los Angeles. It's a custom fabric. I think it's mohair. It's kind of great. And this beautiful piece by Tom Sachs. I don't think you can sit in it, but it sure looks good in that corner. So, AD, this is the dining room of the house, which was actually the kitchen of the house, but then Steven Gambrel kind of reimagined it as more of a centerpiece. This table is by Tom Dixon, and it's brass. I got it as an antique, maybe it's 14 years old, so it has this incredible patina to it. All of the light fixtures in the house are from Urban Electric, most of which were designed by Steven Gambrel for Urban Electric. These two are actually some of my favorites, this one and the one that's up in the stairwell. And if you look over here, I worked very closely with a Mexican artist called Mike Diaz. And I think you'll find some of Mike's pieces in every room of the house. I'm just obsessed with what he creates. I actually commissioned an artist to do portraits of my dogs, Louise and Hey Sailor. So they're kind of always with me, even though my parents took them from me about 10 years ago because I was working so much. This room was actually behind the original refrigerator and was used as a pantry. And then we reimagined it as the Lobmeyer bar. So Steven Gambrel had a purple, an aubergine purple room in his house in Sag Harbor. And that was the inspiration for the color of the wet bar here at the house. This house never had a powder room. So we carved a powder room out of the old breakfast nook, and Steven decided to paint it red, without asking me, and I think it's beautiful. And then he commissioned this artist, actually got her out of retirement, to make this beautiful marbleized paper that wraps the entire room, and a antique leather mirror. It falls into this room so beautifully. The color is just remarkable with this red trim. This is the living room of the house, and it has incredibly low, intimate ceilings. I think this room really kind of hugs you and makes you feel secure and warm. I can't wait to start a fire here in the wintertime. I work closely with a lot of artists and makers to find furniture pieces that were unique, one-offs, things that couldn't be duplicated. Steven even created a lot of custom pieces for the house, and I just couldn't say no to this beautiful green leather chair. Steven bent the staircase into the dining room, which meant completely rebuilding the staircase, a lot more work than I assumed. And it also became a great spot for art. Just some random pieces I've collected over the years. But one of the more exciting pieces in the house is this guy right here, this little aperture in the wall. We actually built this staircase around this art piece, which is behind the wall. His name is Patrick Jacobs. Patrick went to Marfa, Texas, and he built a portal to my home there through this piece of art. Let's go upstairs and see all the bedrooms. Okay, so this was the saddest room in the house. It was the most uninspired. And so last week, we lime washed it, this beautiful, beautiful, cozy color called Dirt, which is also from my collection with Color Atelier. And this room is also full of some really incredible pieces. These amazing, amazing spiked lamps from Mike Diaz. God, this room is like a cocoon you never want to leave. And if you're lucky enough to sleep here, you get a fireplace and you get this beautiful collection of art. We're in the second guest bedroom now, which originally was a light gray, and it was very beautiful. I think it must have been October of last year, and the tree right outside the window was bright red with its leaves, and the sun was reflecting off those leaves and bouncing the most beautiful pink light into this room. And I called Steven. I was like, we've got to paint this room some incredible shade of pink. And we came up with a color called Rabbit Tongue, which is also part of my collection with Color Atelier. This area of the house was one of the more incredible renovation projects. Steven completely blew up the old layout up here and then reimagined it as a really kind of gracious primary suite. This is the primary bathroom with the most incredible reclaimed floor from ancient surfaces. Tony Minetti is really, really kind and found the most beautiful things for this house. All the bathroom tiles are from McIntyre Tile. They're all handmade by the most incredible artists in Northern California. And then, of course, there's that really magical toilet from Kohler. Can you believe this used to be the primary bathroom? Such an awkward use of a really beautiful space. So when we came in, we added windows, we built out this dormer, we painted the whole room in this incredible lime wash. And it's become like my sanctuary now. I can be up here away from my friends when they're wreaking havoc downstairs and get some rest. And now we're in the backyard of the house, with really incredible landscaping designed by my friend Martha Stewart. She understands that I lead a very active, challenging life, lots of travel, with very little time to use my green thumb. So she designed a house with lots of boxwoods, lots of roses, and lots of hydrangeas. Really simple upkeep.
I was so excited when Douglas Friedman bought that charming wreck of a house in Long Island. I was glad that he was going to be a closer neighbor. And I looked around the grounds and I thought, I could really help him with this landscape. Simple, elegant, low maintenance, not like Douglas. He's high maintenance, you know that. But I thought everything else he could handle. And the house turned out gloriously, as did the landscape.
And then over here is an outdoor dining table designed by my friends at McKinnon and Harris. It's really beautiful stuff, incredibly well made by some brilliant artisans and craftsmen here in America. One of my favorite things about the backyard is that I'm starting to build a small sculpture collection back here. There's this piece by Wendy Vanderbilt Lehman. Actually, I grew up with this piece at her house because I was friends with her daughters, and it's kind of remarkable to me that it's wound up here. And then tucked back in this corner, these two guys made it back from Marfa, Texas, and it was not easy to get them here. It's by an artist called Brett Douglas Hunter, just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. You might have to censor these bits. Thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for taking a look inside my home. I'm late, I've got a flight to catch. See ya.